Is there anything unusual?
Yes, it's full of peculiarities. I don't even know where to start. First of all, the faint amount of energy that remained in the core has vanished. It's fair to say that it has completely merged with you. As for your body, even though it was manufactured using technology from Elysian, we can no longer consider it Elysian's creation.
What does that even mean? In what world does that statement make sense?
Wow, boss. I'm impressed that even in a situation like this, you can still crack jokes.
Be quiet.
Understood.
A significant portion of the tactical upgrade OS that Unhwa gave you has been implemented. It includes an equilibrium system for use in high-mobility combat, as well as comprehensive durability and other physical enhancements. It's also reconfigured your ability to transform into Red Hood, and made it an expansive armament that can be toggled on and off at will.
Huh? Expansive armament?
Isn't that what Dorothy used to have?
Correct. You're on the mark.
So, does that mean she's got a secret weapon hiding in there somewhere?
I doubt it. The purpose was to allow me to switch back and forth between Red Hood more easily.
Precisely. It was designed to transfer all of the feedback registered while you're Red Hood, and reroute it to the expansive armament. Should there be a situation where you're unable to transform into Red Hood, the armament will be useless.
I see.
Let me get back to discussing Rappy's body. In terms of hard specs, it's the epitome of Elysian's tactical technology. However, we've been unable to identify precisely what it's made out of. None whatsoever. Although it was built according to our blueprints, the material remains a complete mystery to us. What's certain is that it's not something the Ark is ready for. The very notion of transformation defies all common sense. However, seemingly preposterous events often have preposterous causes. Finding out those causes will be our next goal.
Commander, this means... Our leading hypothesis for the dark matter is that it's some kind of liquid metal. And the A-pillar is capable of constructing foundational materials for an imitation Ark. Either of them would be worthy materials for crafting something new.
Does anything about it feel unnatural to you?
No. It feels completely natural. Like this is the body I've always had.
No sense of discomfort?
None.
Are you sure?
Instructor. Regardless of what I am made of, I am still me.
Wow, so cool!
Very good. I am satisfied with that answer. Then lastly, that weapon of yours. 7 dwarfs, 0, was it? It's completely outlandish.
What do you mean?
Not only is it equipped with propulsion engines which allow unparalleled mobility during combat, it's also capable of using both standard rounds and grenades simultaneously. It can also generate a drill bit-shaped electromagnetic field, which is capable of decisively ending just about any encounter. Whoever designed this used the kitchen sink approach, adding in anything and everything they thought was cool. And the result is a weapon that's cartoonish. From a tactical perspective, to call it a dumpster fire would be doing a disservice to dumpsters. However, if we consider the possibility that it was manufactured as a custom weapon for someone special, then it can be viewed as possessing unparalleled craftsmanship. It won't operate at full capacity unless wielded by the person it was crafted for. A personalized weapon, essentially.
While wielding it, I was able to do every single movement that I envisioned in my mind.
Then that's all that matters. I won't register it in the database. Well, that means you'll be using an unauthorized weapon. This shouldn't be an issue for the commando unit. Otherwise, I'm afraid someone would get access to the data and attempt to reproduce it.
Thank you.
All right, that's all. What do you mean? Did you use a direct elevator when you came here? Where is your next destination? Very well. I'll go with you. We can go by car. I'll show you whether or not the Ark can handle the new Rappy.
Wow! This is my first time riding in a car.
Really? I've ridden in one a few times before, so I'm used to it.
Huh? When did you get the chance to ride in a car?
A long time ago.
Neon, you didn't get in the car without taking your shoes off, did you?
Huh?
Yeah. What are you thinking? How can you be inside a car with your shoes on?
I'll take them off right away! But wait! How come everyone else is wearing their shoes?
Instructor? I didn't expect you to find that funny.
Oh, it's just that it reminds me of the old days. We should be arriving at the main road soon. Watch closely.
Is that?
Wow! I'm on the TV!
Take a closer look at what it's saying.
The commando unit counter successfully reclaimed part of the surface and uncovered significant findings in their exploration above ground. This is the first instance of successful reclamation in recorded history, and the entire squad, along with their commander, deserve the highest praise.
We made the news?
Anderson and Mustang arranged it. Apparently, they persuaded the central government. Since idolization is highly frowned upon in the Ark, it's only being shown 5 times a day, when there's the least amount of foot traffic. But even so, this is the first time since New Hope that a commander has been officially recognized in any sizable way for their contributions. Whether you wanted it or not, your influence within the Ark is growing. In fact, you could say it's quite substantial. Especially since you have the support of most of the core Nikkes. People will think twice before underestimating you now. No one can go after what's yours without consequences. Of course, they may still succeed if they resort to extreme measures. But they can no longer run roughshod over you like they could before. So you can rest easy regarding Rappy. Her situation is top secret, anyhow.
Thank you. Commander, I'll let the top down. If you could, please take a look around in the open air. Not at all.
Why don't you aim for Supreme Commander while you're at it?
Ooh, or how about President of the New League of Mankind?
Or even better, King of the Galactic Empire!
Don't get carried away.
Another job well done. It's the least I could do, considering all that you've done for us. Hardly worth thanking me for. With a bit more time, I'll be able to show my gratitude more emphatically. Now then, let's discuss the results of your latest expedition on the surface. First off, tell me about Cinderella and Grave. I can see that with Grave, but I have a harder time believing that with Cinderella. In the past, she... Never mind. It's all in the past. There's no way to know what happened between then and now. Time changes many things. Since she helped you with the heretic operation, I'll consider her trustworthy. For now, their existence remains classified. Very few people are aware of them. But secrets don't last forever. It's only a matter of time before other deputy chiefs like Birmingham catch wind of it. That's half true. If Birmingham is willing to make some sacrifices, however, things won't be much different from before. We'll have to think long and hard about how to proceed. For now, continue operations with those two. Next is the dark matter. Ingrid, what happened with the samples?
We can't bring them into the Ark. So after Absolute secured them, they were sent to a temporary research facility on the surface. We're analyzing their components, but it will take some time before any conclusive results are available.
Considering that it's the main power source for the four beasts, we need to get to the bottom of this.
I realize that.
Moving forward, uncovering the four beasts' objective is our top priority. They have been operating covertly on the surface for a long time, and they've made significant progress. They activated the Harmony Cube by rerouting the electricity from the Crystal region and are currently building an Ark elsewhere. They've also managed to create something called dark matter.
Given their name, we can be fairly certain that there are 4 of them in total. It's therefore reasonable to assume that there are 2 more entities utilizing materials similar to the crystals and dark matter.
I agree. Once we identify what the four beasts have created, we'll be able to figure out what they're after. Whatever their plans are, I'm certain it's not small scale. Very good. What is it?
What is the meaning of this?
Right. Considering that getting your blood on one of the heretics accelerated their transformation, using your blood in its unadulterated form carries a risk that's far too high.
What exactly does this mean for us? It sounds as if your blood is the key component used in manufacturing Vophouse. Is that true? I began to have some vague suspicions once I discovered that Rappy doesn't have a nymph. But I hardly expected for your blood to be Vophouse.
I'm sure you must have a compelling reason for bringing this up when Ingrid is present. Tell me what it is you want to do. Can you do that, Ingrid?
Let's go draw blood immediately.
While I appreciate your enthusiasm, there are a few practices you must adhere to.
Yes, I know. I'll handle it all with the utmost secrecy. I'll only involve individuals I know I can trust.
Very well. I have complete faith in your abilities.
I will wait for you in the car.
Yikes, if looks could kill. Anderson doesn't look too pleased.
Yeah, it's kind of freaky seeing someone who's usually so composed look like that.
Neon, you shouldn't judge a person based on their appearance.
You do realize the key part of gossiping behind someone's back is not doing it in front of them? It was brave of you to reveal what you just did. Very well. Keep bolstering your power and reputation. As for my end, it seems like I'm going to have a lot on my plate. I'm not sure if you realize this, but most of what you do is highly classified. It's not easy trying to keep everything under wraps.
You say that, but you seem rather pleased.
Guilty as charged. As an old retiree who still wields a modicum of power, having a task to focus on is a joy. Just don't be reckless. Your social standing has increased, so most things that come your way can be deflected. For now, however, it would be best to keep a low profile. Have you thought about which area you'll be exploring next? Go on. And the reason? There's a high possibility that it's an ocean or some other large body of dark matter. Leviathan's habitat, perhaps. Good. Then that will be the next destination. Considering how troublesome that area has been in the past, I'll assign reinforcements whom I know can be discreet and will be immune to brain scans. You're welcome. You may go now. Ingrid is waiting for you. Right. That.
What?
You're joking, right?
No, it's true. Raptures are not infinite.
What are you talking about? Since when?
Since about a century ago. That's when I cut off the station where the Queen resides, with a beautiful flare. Therefore, raptures will no longer come down from space.
Station? As in space station?
That's right.
Come on, be honest. You're pulling our leg.
Cinderella does not lie.
That's right. Why would I do something as ugly as utter untruths?
Commander.
It's unfortunate that none of you met Grave and me sooner.
A long time ago, I made a machine that kept a tally of the number of raptures. It's been too long, and I don't remember how to make it. However, I do remember one thing vividly. It always displayed an infinity symbol. But after Cinderella went to space, that symbol changed to a concrete number.
That's right.
Commander, I think it would be best to share this information with the Deputy Chief. I'm not sure what our next move should be exactly, but I do think this is worth investigating.
I've analyzed that rate of rapture encounters over the past 100 years. In the past, there was practically no variation. Encounters consistently occurred with 100% certainty within an hour of being on the surface. However, after averaging the data from the past 5 years, it takes approximately 75 minutes before an encounter is guaranteed. That confirms that the rate of rapture encounters has gradually decreased, albeit rather slowly. In other words,
Are their numbers actually decreasing?
That seems to be the case, yes. We still need to follow up on our findings. It might be that it's only those in close vicinity to the Ark which have decreased in number, or it could be due to differences in their routes and speed. There is also a possibility that the data has been compromised for some other reason. However, if, and this is a big if it can be proven that raptures are in fact finite in number, then the Ark will be able to weigh options which it never could consider before. Just thinking about it makes my heart flutter. Humanity could ascend to the surface once again.
You seem lost in thought. Are you feeling dizzy? We didn't draw too much blood, did we? We drew as much blood as we feasibly could. Again, thanks for being so cooperative. Vapau's ammunition also incorporates the core of a rapture, which contains human cells. Is that right? That should be enough information to go on. We'll take care of the rest. We might be able to find some if we rummage through the warehouse. Even if we can't, we can always request some from Absolute.
That's reassuring.
Speaking of Absolute, did you have a proper send-off with them?
Yes, thanks to you. We've got a friendly competition going on. We'll come out on top, but that goes without saying.
A nice tactics-based competition is good, as is a healthy dose of human camaraderie. That depends on when we can secure a first-generation Rapture core. Even if there is some in the warehouse, it's not as if we'll be able to start manufacturing straight away. Take a break until I reach out. All right. Go ahead and get some rest. By the way, I cleaned up the outpost. I figured it wouldn't be ideal coming back to a messy house after being away for so long.
Oh, wow. I didn't know you had it in you, Instructor.
That's why she's the boss.
Thank you, Instructor.
I should be the one thanking you all. You're invaluable allies, and I thank you.
Wow, this place is spotless. Even the sauce stain that Anise spilled on the carpet is gone.
Yeah, she really made the place spick and span. Huh? No!
What's wrong? You sound like your appendix burst or something.
The food has been replaced with combat rations!
What? That's fantastic! Combat rations are delicious!
No, they're not! And they're packed with calories!
I'll cook them. That will make them much better.
Cook combat rations? Can you even do that?
Sure you can. Just wait a moment. There's a recipe I've been wanting to try.
It tastes awful.
Totally.
Sorry. It didn't turn out as well as I expected. I'll go out and buy us something.
Oh no, it's okay. It's late. Commander? Rappy? Neon? I think I'm going to sit this next operation out. Depending on how things go, I might opt out of the one after that as well. And the one after that.
If you want to say you're resigning, go ahead and say it.
I'm not resigning! Why would I do that? I like it here.
Wow, really?
You said you had something you wanted to take care of, right?
Yeah. If I don't see it through to the end, I'll be perpetually spinning my wheels. There's also something that Cinderella said to me.
Was it Anise's butt ugly?
No, now shut it.
Okay, fine.
Anyway, I'm not sure how long it will take to resolve, so I think I should simply step back for a bit. Is that okay? Huh? What? Of course there is. If you could help, that'd be amazing. But Rappy is powered up and your reputation is growing by the day. The next step you all take will be a vital one. It'd be unfair of me to hold you all back. Think about it, Commander. Are Neon and I really contributing anything right now?
Huh? Why'd I get lumped in?
No, we're not. I'm not stupid. I'll come back once I've settled everything. Let me do this, please. How much longer do I have to drag you all down? To not only be useless up on the surface, but require help when we're back in the Ark? Do you realize how humiliating that would be for me? I want to have a shred of dignity. I want to solve this on my own. And then make a grand entrance when you actually need me. Yes, we are. It's precisely because we're comrades that I want to be your equal. I don't want to hold you back, or be around only to ask for your help.
Okay. Only on one condition, however. When you come back, you better be so incredible that it leaves us speechless.
It's a deal.
Oh, I want to go too!
Huh? Go where?
With you!
What the... Have you listened to a single word I've said?
I don't know. At any rate, I want to go with you. To be honest, I'm worried about you. It's like letting a rabid dog loose without a leash, you know?
Who are you calling a rabid dog?
Will that be all right, Master? Rappy? I'm worried about Anise. Whereas I know that you two can handle yourselves no problem. Is it okay with you if I tag along and help out Anise?
Fine. Go ahead and lend assistance. It will make me feel better.
Woohoo!
Hurry up and eat, Commander. The food is getting cold.
I'm sorry, Commander. Thank you, Rappy.
Sorry about that. They're sleeping. At least, that's what it looks like. I know all too well what it feels like to be left behind and powerless. And if I'm being brutally honest, Anise and Neon don't particularly factor into our offensive strategy at the moment. If they stayed with us solely out of a sense of duty as squad mates, their self-esteem would inevitably hit rock bottom. I think they want to prove themselves to us. And it seems like they have something in mind to make that happen. It's unfortunate that we can't be witness to that, or help them through it. But everyone has their own way of doing things. We have to believe in them. Come, let's get some sleep. We're back in our familiar beds, so we should sleep better than we have in a long time. You too, Commander. Oh, sorry. I thought we were having a moment. I'll leave now.
I have some bad news for you. It didn't go well. We did find some leftover first-generation Rapture cores, and went to work straight away. However, there were several mistakes during the process. We've never done this before, so we're not familiar with it yet. Actually, we might be able to manufacture a single round. I heard Eden managed to make 2. It's been a while since I've been frustrated by technology. Anyway, we'll send it up as soon as it's ready. In a week at the earliest, and no longer than 10 days. We haven't made it yet. And even if we do, I'd hardly call us remarkable. In fact, I'm a bit humiliated by this entire affair. With how limited this ammunition is, the difference between 1 and 2 rounds is like a precision tactical strike versus a lumbering brawl. That's a good way of thinking about it. You're right. I should be proud of what we've accomplished at Elysian.
I knew you'd be able to do it.
I don't see Anise and Neon.
They had some personal business to attend to, and won't be joining us on this operation.
Is that so? Very well. I'll choose to interpret this positively. But since you seem to have forgotten, allow me to remind you of something. Neon is a spy that I've planted in your ranks. I can't trust a spy that goes rogue like this. Anyway, I'll take care of the rest as far as Vophouse is concerned. So get ready to go up. The support forces that Anderson prepared should be waiting for you in front of the elevator. Join up with them, and then head out.
See you again, Instructor. No one's here.
Heroic entrance with style.
Laplace? Must you break a window every time?
Windows are props for a hero's grand entrance, so it's only natural that they break. The villain has arrived! Hey, at least pretend to be surprised. More surprised! More, I say! That's more like it.
The, office worker has arrived. Huh? What happened here?
What are you talking about? Did I do my entrance out of order?
I'm talking about the broken window and flipped open manhole.
Oh, that? That's to make a grand entrance. Yeah, a grand entrance.
We had just repaired those recently. Do you have any idea how much it costs to fix those?
No matter. I'll provide any compensation that's required. What? Why should we foot the bill for busted up props? Because we all have to work together in order to make a living, you moron!
Those weren't props.
Just tell me the damage. I'm sure it's a pittance that I can cover easily with my villain fund.
This'll cost 3 times your monthly salary, at least.
Could you lend me some money then?
What kind of fool do you take me for?
Everyone, be quiet. Please. Thank you for listening. I take it Matisse is acting as the support for this operation? You can speak now.
You bet! Of course, you dunce, can't you tell? This exploratory mission will be led by us, the strongest squad Macella's has to offer. No one can beat us! Long live technology!
We are called.
Ma? T! We'll be in your corner all the way.
I think it would be best if you all kept quiet again.
Please bear with them. These two are a bit excited since it's been a while since their last surface operation. Nope, Siyun was the one who sent us. In fact, she lobbied hard for it. You of all people should know what kind of situation Siyun is in right now. She's trying to impress you in any way she possibly can. Go ahead and send her a message. Regardless of her intentions, I can't help but feel bad for her. What did Siyun say? I'm curious as to what she said, but I won't press. This is probably eating her up inside. You bet I am. After all she's done, she deserves a taste of her own medicine. You know, I know, and everyone knows that once things get better, she'll revert back to her old ways in no time. But until then, she'll hold herself back. Because she never wants to end back up in the situations she's in right now. So, in the meantime, put her to work. Oh, the delicious irony. That smug and arrogant weasel thought she was above the law. And now she's groveling before authority. That just goes to show that you should always strive to live righteously.
Turns out the law is more effective than a kick to the gut. Yes, let's go. I feel secure with Matisse.
Come on, Drake. Let's see who can get to the elevator first. Please, I won't demean myself with such childish competition. What the... Heroic catch-up!
Anyway, I'm looking forward to working with you all.
Commander? You better hope they're out there. Otherwise, you're shouting into empty air. Let's go. Cinderella and Grave are waiting.
They're gone.
Yeah.
We should get moving.
Yeah, but where do we go?
First, we're going to see the boss.
Huh? You're not going to throw a tantrum and beg to be upgraded, are you?
No.
Is this it? Is this the new stage on which Matisse will shine?
It's really dark in here. The ground is soggy and sticky as well.
It seems like this place used to be a jungle or something similar.
That's right. I heard it was a nature preserve. Human interference was kept to a minimum, and as a result, the area is largely untouched. That means we probably won't find many facilities we can use.
I'm not picking up much electricity. How am I supposed to shine here? How can I use my glorious Drake sensors under these conditions? Semi-operator? What an impudent remark. I could easily replace 3 operators. Okay, maybe not that much. I can't beat the specialist.
While we're on the subject, is Shifty not participating in this operation?
She's busy resolving some issues that cropped up during the last extermination mission in the Crystal region. Plus, you all are here.
Do you know what these issues are by any chance?
No, but they seem fairly significant.
Problems everywhere.
If there's a problem, just call me and I'll come running. This hero can solve anything.
If there's a problem, just call me and I'll come running. I'll make it even more calamitous.
Just be quiet and stay still, will you?
Prince? Could we perhaps get rid of these individuals? They're giving me a headache.
Can I put my helmet back on? All this racket is killing me.
There is no need for you to be sorry. I loathe having to utter anything unpleasant or harsh. But while I think respecting the individuality of others is a beautiful thing, we are deep in enemy territory, and expressing ourselves too, flagrantly could be a liability. Nice to meet you. I'm Cinderella.
I'm Grave.
Prince, have greeting customs changed in the past century?
Is that really Cinderella? I've heard all about you. You're the legendary hero who got turned into a heretic and back again. Wow, you're positively radiant. You could pass for the Silver Archranger. And check out that floating shield. Can it fly? Ooh, and your eyes are red. We were infected with corruption before too, you know.
What?
But we overcame it through sheer force of will.
What? No, we didn't.
Did you power your way through the corruption as well? How did you overcome it? We'll use it as future reference.
What is this foolishness? Why are you trying to impersonate a villain with that getup? I've never seen such an outfit before, and it's impossible for there to be a villain I've never heard of.
I'm not a villain.
Don't lie to me. The half-covered face, the doom and gloom wardrobe, that coffin on your back, the imposing voice. You're practically screaming out loud that you're a villain.
I'm not.
Fine. Even though we've only just met, I acknowledge your overwhelming villainous energy. I hereby grant you entrance into the Villain Union. What'd you say your name was again? Grave? Henceforth, you will be known as Grave the Great. What do you think? If it's too long for you, we can go with Gray Gray.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Good grief. They're already causing trouble before I've even gotten a chance to intervene.
Laplace, Drake, stop and greet them properly.
Now, the main defining feature of a hero is having high spirits. And then...
Looking forward to working with you, Gray Gray.
Hey!
Huh?
Both of you, come here and sit with me.
Why?
No thanks, I'll stand.
I said sit! Laplace, Drake.
Yes?
From now on, you are forbidden to speak to them unless spoken to. Got it?
Isn't that taking it a bit far? Never mind. I think it's the right call.
But why should fellow heroes with the same spirit not communicate?
There's no such thing.
It's impossible to quit the Villain Union.
I never joined.
All right, that's it. Let's go home.
What?
But I haven't even gotten a souvenir yet.
These two are out of your league. Quit pestering them.
What? Did we make them uncomfortable?
Yes.
Is that true, Great Ray? Did I make you uncomf?
I told you, no talking to them unless they speak to you first.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Good. That should at least give us a modicum of peace and quiet.
Oh, yes. It's just that this is the first time I've experienced anything like this. I'm not entirely sure how to handle it.
Same.
Right. I'm at least glad this is a rare situation for you. I was afraid it would be a common occurrence.
I have a question.
What is it?
If Cinderella or Graves speaks to us, are we allowed to respond?
I'll allow it.
Great! I can't wait to discuss the finer points of what it means to be a hero with you, Cinderella.
If you ever want to know more about the Villain Union, I'm here to help, Greg Ray.
Now that I think about it, I suppose it's rude of me to demand silence.
Right.
I understand.
I know that they're an earful, but just bear with them a little longer. At least they're not bothering us. All right, let's continue. We'll set up a base ahead and regroup.
This area looks safe. There's no black water around here.
That may be true of this specific spot, but this area is teeming with black water. Leviathan could show up anytime, anywhere. Although considering the beating she took before, it may be hard for her to do that.
True. That last skirmish pushed her to her limits. She'll need a fair bit of time to recover, even if she is a heretic. She's probably on high alert, looking for any opportunity to turn the tables. I doubt she's been able to transform yet.
Do you think she could be around here?
Are you asking me, Cinderella? Then allow me to answer. I have no idea.
Thank you.
Leviathan needs to replenish her dark matter, which this place is teeming with. She's almost certainly got to be around here.
Were you talking to me, Greg Ray? I'll answer. Actually, I guess I can't really answer since it wasn't a question.
If she's around here, then where would she be?
She most likely would be in whatever place would be safest for her. In other words, where there's the most dark matter.
Since this is the entrance, all we can do is keep moving forward. This entire area is surrounded by black water, so the route is restricted.
Right. Tracking her won't be too difficult. So long as she doesn't run away, that is. From what I heard, you guys gave her quite the beating last time. How do we know she won't turn tail and run when she finds out you're here?
There's no way that will happen.
How can you be so sure?
She needs to save Behemoth. Leviathan ran away with Behemoth's core. The core can apparently revive a heretic. This place is full of dark matter, which somehow gave birth to the four beasts. There must be a way for it to revive them, so she won't run. She won't leave this place.
You're saying she'll stay to save her friend. It felt to me like Behemoth and Leviathan were companions. Their personal interactions felt different from those they've had with other heretics. Or offsprings, as they refer to them. They protected each other, and helped one another. They've evolved. Leviathan will come to us. She needs to revive Behemoth, and she doesn't want us interfering. I want to figure out what the four beasts are after. Once that's done, I'll decide.
Decide what?
Whether we keep fighting or not.
What? They're our sworn enemy. Of course we'll keep fighting them. Then again, Marion and Cinderella ended up coming back to our side. So I guess it's not all that inconceivable to think we'd team up with other heretics down the line.
It sounds like you know about my story.
Naturally, I was briefed before we came here. I realize most things about you are wrapped up in secrecy, but it'd be problematic to be working together without knowing this stuff beforehand. You don't have to look at me with such wariness, Grey Grey.
That's not my name. Anyway, I don't trust humans.
But we aren't human.
You live amongst them, and this is the first time we've met.
Are you looking for some form of reassurance? Don't worry, we don't have a nymph.
Oh,
We were corrupted, but we're treated by the Vap House.
so it was true that you were corrupted?
Yes,
But we cured it with our indomitable spirits!
I thought there was no truth to those rumors, especially given how you were acting.
I understand why you'd come to that conclusion. But for all those reasons I just mentioned, no one else will get any information from us unless we decide to say it ourselves.
How can we be sure that you won't say anything?
Not sure. You can vouch for us, can't you, cutie? That didn't seem to work either. The only other method I can think of is...
I trust you.
As do I.
Any friend of Prince is a friend of mine.
I believe what Superhuman says.
This is all well and good, but could you not smile so much when you say it, Commander?
You really do go around charming the pants off everyone, don't you, cutie? Anyway, this notion of trying to talk with heretics instead of fighting them doesn't exactly sound easy. What made you think of that? Was it Marion? Or Cinderella?
It was because of Grave. We were so heedless in our attack that we nearly destroyed something precious to her. If we had, we probably wouldn't be here now. I know it's late, but I want to apologize for that.
No, I should thank you.
How beautiful.
Anyway, that got me thinking that we should keep all possibilities open. You never know, right? Once we discover what the Four Beasts' goal is, we might end up becoming allies.
Teaming up with hostile heretics? You really are thinking outside the box.
I learned that from the Commander. He's always thinking outside the box, in many different ways. He doesn't limit himself in any way. Come to think of it, neither of you has asked us about Anise or Neon.
I haven't asked because I already know what happened.
You do?
They're preparing to become more beautiful. If we wait, they'll return to us more beautiful than ever.
They need time to change.
I think Anise was inspired by what you said.
Good. I was worried my bluntness might have been taken badly. But that doesn't seem to have been the case. That tells me that she already has a solid notion of who she is. Regardless of what she covers herself with, or what situation she is in, her essence will never change. So, if we have faith in her and wait, she will return more beautiful than anyone you have ever seen. She even has a mirror with her, doesn't she? She will not have any problems.
Right. Having someone beside you is enough to give you strength. It doesn't matter if they are asleep or can't answer you. The fact that they're there is enough.
Grave.
Being together is an act of saving one another. Those two seem to be quite close.
I believe they are. Yes.
Then there's nothing to worry about. All we have to do is wait.
Right! There's no problem at all! As long as you have an unbreakable spirit, nothing is impossible. Don't you think so, Cinderella?
Sure.
Once again, I apologize for her antics. Anyway, this place seems completely barren.
There are hardly any trees or grass. There's barely anything left alive. It's literally a forest of death.
Which means the black water we're seeing everywhere is probably dark matter. Judging by the state of the vegetation, it doesn't seem like they've seen water in a long time.
That seems correct.
Doesn't this all seem a bit excessive?
You're right. There's an absurd amount of it.
Look around. It's practically an ocean. If this is all dark matter, and that heretic Leviathan can control all of it, how can we possibly dream of defeating her?
We can beat her!
We can beat her. Oh!
I knew it! Kindred heroic spirits like us really do share an unspoken connection.
That's easy for heroes like you to say. But for ordinary Nikkes like us, it's a bit more difficult. We're surrounded by material that can be weaponized by Leviathan. She could target us at any moment.
Are you scared?
Not scared, just cautious.
You worry too much. Don't. Or else it will spread.
What do you mean?
Your fear will infect your comrades as well.
Don't worry about me. A hero's power can solve anything.
Villains may be defeated, but they can never die.
Are you sure you don't want to take back that statement?
I suppose I will, yes.
I appreciate the quick correction. There's something I still don't understand. All of this dark matter is way beyond what one individual could handle.
Yeah, far too much.
So why would she gather so much of it in one place?
Because she had no choice. There's something here that generates dark matter. And there's a high chance that it can't be moved. Therefore, she had no choice but to make this place her base. Is what I'm assuming. She didn't seem to be able to control the entire crystal region either.
That makes sense. Like you said, she may have no other option. Fine, let's keep going. There's a current here. If we follow it upstream, we might find something.
Cinderella,
Yes?
are you okay?
What, do I look unwell?
No, it's not that. However, you've seemed preoccupied since we arrived here.
Is it that obvious?
I can always tell when you're going through something.
I'm sorry for worrying you.
I'm merely curious as to what's bothering you.
Do you remember Siren?
Siren? I don't know.
Oh. How about the name Little Mermaid?
No.
I see. She was our longtime companion. Someone who stood with us until the final battle.
I don't remember.
It's okay. We can all get reacquainted again. This black liquid we're calling dark matter bears a strong resemblance to the bubbles Siren used to wield. Leviathan said she took inspiration from Siren's bubbles. That means that she survived that battle at the very least. There may even be a chance that she's still alive. Siren's strong. But I'm scared. Anything could have happened during the past 100 years. She might have changed. I'm terrified that she may have become someone I no longer recognize.
No matter how she looks on the outside, her inner essence won't change.
Oh,
You can't say I'm wrong, because you said that yourself. Trust your own words. Even if she has changed, you can change her back.
right. We can get her true self to shine through.
Of course. That's one of the things I'm best at. I scrub you down every day, Cinderella, so that you'll sparkle and shine. Cinderella? Why are you crying?
It's nothing. I'm just grateful, that's all.
Boss!
Mon Dieu, Anise! It's been far too long. You've been making quite a name for yourself upon the surface. Are you back in the ark for some R&R?
No, I'll be heading back out soon. Rappy and the commander are waiting for me.
I see. Being a good person is such a burden, n'est-ce pas? But ma precious Anise, may I remind you, if things ever get too typical, you're welcome back anytime. I'll always be here waiting, with arms wide open.
About that. I think I'm ready to retire for good.
Oh?
I'm sorry.
I can't believe what I'm hearing!
That can't be all you came here to say.
Well, I always appreciated how you let me rest when I needed instead of having me retire. But now, I've made up my mind. I want to officially retire and devote myself entirely to reclaiming the surface.
Anise, President Mustang, I'm a bit lost. What do you mean, retire? Are you an employee here?
I suppose you could call me that. I used to be a pop star. My name was Twinkle TriStar, or TT Star for short.
Really? I used to be a teacher.
What? You? How are you ever qualified to be a teacher?
I was gonna say the same thing to you.
I'm telling you, I really was a pop star.
Don't lie.
I'm serious.
President Mustang, Anise is lying.
No! That's true!
No, you're lying.
Very well. I'll show you my personal records that I kept.
That's Anise? Singing and dancing?
I told you, I was a pop star.
What are you singing and dancing for?
That's what pop stars do.
Your expressions are so radiant and full of energy.
Again, that's part of being a pop star. Okay, that's enough. Stop showing it to me. I'm telling you, I was a pop star. Honestly. Would you please say something?
How could someone that cool end up like you?
You little...
I'm going to take a nap. When I wake up, this topsy-turvy world where Anise used to be a pop star will be gone.
Why is this so utterly unbelievable to you? Ugh. Anyway, I used to be a pop star. And I had planned to retire for various reasons. But the boss marked it as a long vacation instead. He said that he'd wait for me, since I might end up changing my mind.
Indeed. I had hoped that you would come back. But here you are, telling me your official month going to retire? It's a terrible shock!
I'm sorry. But I mean it. Boss.
Anise, tell me why.
I don't want to fall behind the Commander and Rappy. And I want to be better than Neon.
Hey, why drag me into this?
I want to be a proud member of the Counters who can come in clutch. Not a burden that holds everyone back. The Commander and Rappy want to reclaim the surface. And I want to help them.
Oh, mon cher Anise, you've become so strong. So, you've come here to put the past behind you and move on?
Yes. I know it's selfish, but I desperately want to do this. I want to reclaim the surface. Together with them. Please, let me do this.
No! No! I cannot allow that!
What? This is usually the part where people agree to this stuff.
Absolutely not! I understand your feelings, Anise. But business is business. After all that I've invested in you, I expect to see a return on that investment!
What? Are you being serious?
As a heart attack.
How much?
I'm not talking about money. Anise, you must do a retirement concert pour moi.
Come again?
S'il vous plaît, give one final performance as TT Star. Do that for me, and I will allow you to retire.
Boss, please, is now really the right time for the...
No more talk. I only want one thing from you. And that's a farewell performance as TT Star. This is not negotiable! Do you understand?
You can't be serious.
Neon,
Huh? Me?
I'm appointing you as Anise's temporary manager. Help her ensure that her final performances proceed smoothly. And don't cut any corners.
But...
I don't see what's so entertaining about this.
Me neither. It's too far across.
I just had a look from above, and there's no other way around. We'll have to find a way to ford it.
What a pain. Cinderella, could you carry us over one by one?
It's too dangerous. If we were to be intercepted midair, it'd all be over. We have no idea what's lurking beneath that water. It's possible, but carrying a Nikke would throw off my balance and make it difficult to maneuver. Now that I think about it though, that could be feasible in the future. I'll have to practice it whenever I have time. It's possible. You're much lighter compared to a Nikke. But if I were to accelerate too quickly or make any sudden changes in direction, you'd be liable to break your neck. Then again, perhaps you'd be able to recover from that. You've gotten impaled through the stomach and lived to tell the tale. That was a joke.
There's no other choice. I'll have to throw each person across.
You fool! What if someone gets hurt? I say we swim across.
That's a brilliant idea. You're a genius.
There's no way that'd work. We'd sink straight away.
How about you offer some solutions instead of just standing there and complaining? The last thing we need is someone who only criticizes instead of helping. I'm going in. Stand back and watch.
Drake, wait!
Help me! I just remembered I can't swim!
Maybe we should leave her.
I'll go fetch her.
Being saved by a hero? How humiliating!
I'm not a hero. Huh?
Cinderella!
Oh, sorry.
Man, I nearly bought the farm back there.
You moron!
Hey, don't yell at me! I'm suffering the most out of anyone here.
You make me want to pull my hair out! What if that dark matter has some sort of detection function that notifies Leviathan? We've tried so hard to keep away from the dark matter, and here you go and... Ugh, I can't do this. I'm only getting more angry.
Calm yourself, you fool. You mustn't allow your emotions to get the best of you.
Ugh, why don't you just die? Die and come back as someone better!
Cinderella, what did you see a moment ago?
Everyone, look over there.
Is it a decoy? No, it's too...
It looks exactly like Cinderella.
I'm going to approach.
I don't think that will be necessary. It's coming this way.
Roger that, Birdie.
What are you? Why do you look like me? Siren?
Cinderella, don't touch it.
It's okay, Grave. It's Siren. Let's cross.
Are you sure about this?
Don't worry. It's okay.
It's hard, but it feels like it has some elasticity. A type of reactive liquid metal, perhaps? If it is, whether or not it reacts seems to be conditional. It doesn't respond when I touch it. Cinderella, can you try touching it?
It seems like it only responds to me.
It appears to have been programmed to only transform under specific conditions. Biometrics apparently plays a role in this. And it's responding to Cinderella's touch.
What on earth?
Siren.
Perhaps it wants to tell you something, Cinderella.
What?
If this entity really is connected to the former comrade Siren that you mentioned, then maybe it was left to deliver a message to you. The fact that it looks like you and only reacts to your touch seems to corroborate that. Perhaps it's trying to direct you somewhere.
Could she have known that I would be coming here?
That's highly improbable. It's a device clearly directed towards one specific person. But it's been placed everywhere, seemingly without rhyme or reason. It doesn't make any sense from a probability standpoint.
Defying the odds is precisely what heroes do.
You helping out? That'd be a welcome change. Anyway, whatever this thing is, it at least seems friendly, more or less. Why don't you try approaching it again, Cinderella? It doesn't seem to me like we'll be any worse off for trying.
Grave. I can feel my heart pounding.
I know. Mine is too. It's pounding.
What? Who's there? There's some kind of foreign object in the dark matter. It must be them. They cut up quickly. What should I do? Behemoth isn't waking up. She's not consuming any of the rapture parts either. Is she dead? Hey, Behemoth! Are you alive? Your core is still intact. You can't be dead. Don't die on me! We still have unfinished business. We said we'd deliver one final blow together. You're not dead, right? Say something, please. I don't know what to do with myself. I can't reach Ziz or Bahamut. I wonder what they're doing. I know they work far away, but... Behemoth. Those guys followed us. They probably came to finish us off. If I fight them, I'll lose. We couldn't win even when you were here. I don't stand a chance on my own. I'm just a wannabe warrior who can't even transform. So what other choice do I have? Do I run away? Is that the right choice? You could at least try and convince me not to. Fine. I'll be back. That man's blood. Vapaus. You said you felt it could be controlled. All right. I'll try too. Since you did it, I can do it too. Wait here, Behemoth. You protected me. Now, it's my turn to protect you.
In pain. No external injuries, but she still feels the sensation of having a bullet lodged in her skull. The test results conclusively showed that there were no abnormalities. There's really nothing that can be done in terms of treatment. I haven't heard any news about them, They must be keeping a tight lid on it all. I can't even find a single lead. Anyway, back to Suen. She's at a real existential crossroads. The public doesn't know what Suen did or what punishment she received. But the high-ranking officials in the Ark are fully aware. Do you know what that means? Precisely. Suen is being assaulted from all directions. And she's hardly in the condition to be warding off threats. Her only recourse is to put Matisse front and center stage in an attempt to improve her image. But we're being kept on a pretty short leash ourselves. Even if it wasn't intentional, we did draw the Raptures to the Ark. It feels like we've not been in the good books of the higher-ups since that. The last real operation that we did was teaming up with Absolute to prevent more Raptures from reaching the Ark during the incident. And even then, we failed to stop Nihilister from gaining access to the Ark. Our reputation as Macilis' strongest squad has lost much of its luster. We're no longer heroes of the Ark. That much is for sure.
Suen couldn't have sent you all up here out of the goodness of her heart.
Naturally not. She has her own motives.
She's having Matisse play a crucial part. In one of the most important missions the Ark has ever led, exploring the surface. In her mind, this will show people that Matisse can still contribute to the cause, and that it's her strong leadership which makes that possible.
Exactly.
I figured as much. Benevolence is practically a dirty word for Suen.
What about us?
Would you like a heroic snack, Drake?
Huh, your so-called heroic snacks are nothing more than artery-clogging junk food. Try this high-protein, low-calorie villainous snack. I brought plenty to share.
But they taste awful.
You fool! Anyone who prioritizes taste over health can't call themselves a hero.
How do we look? Good. It's a bit of a conundrum for me, though. Those two are special, whereas I'm just a plain, ordinary Nikke, and I get pushed around because of it. So, I have a lot on my mind. No, I haven't even brought it up.
They may seem like they have their heads in the clouds, but I wouldn't be so sure. Why don't you try talking to them?
They're better off living in their own bubbles. I worry enough for all of us. I'm a Nikke affiliated with Macilis Industry. A member of Matisse, favored by Suen. Whether I like it or not, I have to follow my employer's will, don't I? I'll give it my all and do my best to help Suen. As I always have. That's how a subordinate should act, isn't it? To be honest, I'm not sure. I don't know what I should do.
Cinderella. Cinderella.
Huh? Did you say something?
Are you okay?
Oh, I'm fine. Don't worry.
Do you want to find her?
What?
Siren. You kept talking about Siren earlier. Are you sure that bubble from earlier was her?
Yes. I don't know why it appeared here in that form, but I'm certain that it belonged to Siren.
So, you do want to find her?
I want to try. I miss her a lot.
I'm sure you'll be able to find her.
Me too. But not now. Right now, I need to help Prince.
Let's talk to Superhuman. He'll understand. He might even offer to help us.
That's precisely why I can't say anything to him. Knowing him, the first thing he'd do is offer to help. I have to repay him for what he's done for us. That comes first.
Whatever you want is what's most important.
I don't know. What do you want to do, Grave?
I don't know either.
This is tough.
Everyone, halt. I think we better stay still for a moment.
Agreed.
Eggs!
Eggs!
Cinderella, don't go near them.
You too, Grave.
It's huge. It certainly doesn't look like an ordinary egg you'd see an animal lay. It looks big enough to hold a Nikke, or even a servant-class rapture.
I wonder what's inside it.
Should we open it, Commander? I understand. I don't particularly want to touch it either.
Laplace, would you do the honors?
No way! A hero must always remain clean.
Drake, you do it.
That's a no for me. I'm too scared.
Huh? Wait. It's moving.
Roger.
What the?
I'm going in. Drake, cover me.
I'll provide covering fire!
Stop!
Why?
Look at it. It doesn't seem to be doing so well. Commander, I suggest that we eliminate it. A rapture with human hands. What is going on here?
It's getting up.
What was that?
It blew up!
That was a calling signal.
What in the world was that thing?
They're coming. Get ready.
Roger.
A decisive victory!
Piece of cake!
You are all quite strong.
Not what I expected.
What's that supposed to mean? Do we look like weaklings to you?
Yes,
Yeesh, harsh.
the eggs are moving. More are coming.
I'll handle it. Everyone, take cover.
No, it's okay. I don't think any more are coming.
Look at this. This was attached to the Rapture that just blew up. I'm not sure if this is a good or bad thing, but despite its appearance, this isn't a human hand. It's a mechanical hand. One that belongs to a Nikke.
You mean that thing had a Nikke part attached to it? But Nikke and Rapture components are completely incompatible.
Exactly. But this doesn't seem like it was forcibly attached. It looks like it grew naturally.
A heretic.
Huh?
Heretics are a fusion of Nikkes and Raptures, right? That must mean this thing is a heretic. Or at least something close to it.
Are the things that came out of those eggs heretics? That means all these other eggs... Roger that. You wait here, Commander, and keep a safe distance from us. We've completed a visual inspection of everything in the area. Every last one of these eggs contains a fusion of Nikke and Rapture parts. The only thing is that the combination seems completely random. There's no discernible pattern or consistency. Some have one Nikke leg and one Rapture leg, whereas others are entirely Rapture-like with only a single Nikke eye attached. We didn't find any with Nikke heads attached, which I suppose is a small relief.
It's a complete mess. It's as if someone disassembled a bunch of Raptures and Nikke parts and tossed them in a blender.
I don't think that's a good idea. Personally, I'd request a memory wipe if I could. I suggest you simply listen to our findings.
I agree with Rappy, cutie. Seeing what's out there might break you. We've collected some samples. We won't be able to conduct any proper research here. Not that we'd want to anyway. We'll hand it over to MMR when we go back.
That liquid which spilled out of the eggs was dark matter. There must be a connection.
Yeah, apparently dark matter is also a type of nanomachine. There's a high chance that it's acting as a catalyst. Absolute took some dark matter samples, so if we investigate those, something is bound to come out of it. Who knows? We might find a clue as to how heretics are created. Cinderella, I realize this may be crass, but can I ask you something?
I don't remember anything about becoming a heretic, so I won't be of any help.
I see. Sorry.
No, I appreciate you being upfront.
There's one more thing I can't get my mind off of. Precisely. Historically, only Lord class or higher Raptures have been able to emit those signals. That thing that came from that egg, let's call it a fusion for now, was a Husk class at best. It shouldn't have been able to activate a calling signal.
At least, not according to the current knowledge we have on Raptures.
The other fusions from these eggs were either Husk class or even lower. But they all at least attempted to use a calling signal, even though none of them were able to succeed. Correct. And it's clear to me that this isn't something that occurred naturally. There was some form of intelligent intervention, and Leviathan is the most plausible culprit. Commander, Leviathan probably has lots of information that we could use. I propose our next step be to capture and interrogate her.
It's possible. If it was Behemoth we were going up against, then it'd be a different story. But if it's Leviathan, then it's worth a shot. She's not terribly strong.
Yes, Leviathan's strength isn't all that formidable. If another one of the four beasts were to join her, then we'd have to reconsider. But if she's acting alone, it's entirely within the realm of possibility. Roger.
Good.
If Maxwell is laughing, I guess I should as well?
We've really gone off the deep end. Capturing a heretic? This is absurd.
Not beautiful. Disturbing.
I understand what you mean. Anyone would be disturbed at what we saw back there.
I'm not necessarily talking about how those creatures looked. I'm referring to the way they were so carelessly thrown together. A creator must take care of their creations, no matter what.
Are you sympathizing with the Raptures?
Absolutely not. I'm simply disturbed by their creator's attitude towards them.
A creator must take responsibility for their creations, regardless of the circumstances. You're right. So long as the creator doesn't abandon their creations and assumes full responsibility for them, then the creations too will not forsake their creator and show dedication in return. That's how the world works. The creator is always on the side of their creations, and vice versa.
Right. It's a very beautiful relationship.
But what if the creator is wicked?
What?
Let's say your creator is exceedingly devoted to you, would do anything for you, makes immense sacrifices in order to treat you well. But you're the only one they treat that way. They ruin other people's lives, rob them of their dignity, and commit all kinds of heinous acts. They carry out all evil deeds without compunction, all in order to lift you up. What do you think should be done in such a case? Should the creation continue to love the creator?
I've never considered such a scenario. But you're right, such a situation could certainly exist. There was a time when someone close to me committed an irredeemable atrocity. I never forgave her. But I suppose this is slightly different. A creator who is wholly devoted to their creation can be more meaningful than even those who are closest to you.
Exactly. That's why I ask.
If Ave were to do something like that... I don't know. It's difficult.
I know.
Evil should be punished.
What?
I said evil should be punished. That is a hero's duty.
But what if someone close to you is doing evil things?
If you or Drake became villains, I would eliminate you both without hesitation.
What the? Kill me? Have you lost your marbles?
It doesn't matter what our previous relationship was. What matters is what kind of person you are now. And what kind of person I am now. I am a hero. I punish evil and protect the righteous. If someone is regarded by the world as evil, then they are evil. Even if they were to personally treat me kindly. I am a hero meant to protect the world. So I must be a hero for the people. A true hero and protector of the world must be seen as such in the eyes of everyone. Good, bad, and everyone in between. I've made my decision, Maxwell. No. Rather, I always had my mind made up. I was simply pondering to see if there was any other way.
I see.
It's unlike you to ask such a silly question, Commander. There's no point discussing such a ridiculous hypothetical. But, if that were to happen, then it would mean there was a problem with you. If the entire world came to see you as a villain, that would tell me that... It's nearly time.
Yes, she'll start moving soon.
After all that noise we made, it'd be strange if she didn't notice.
What are the chances that she's not here? Or too scared to show herself?
She'll come.
My hero sense is tingling.
So are my villain senses.
We've got waves incoming. Straight ahead!
And from the back as well.
Would both of you be quiet?
Waves, incoming.
From both the front and back. According to the calculations from Plot Spoiler, there's only one solution. Smash right through it.
Leave it to me! Laplace Buster! What? That's impossible! That was 100% output! Then I'll go to 1000%!
What's the maximum output?
Infinite percent!
Could someone here educate Laplace on how percentages work?
Alright, my turn. By the way, this attack I'm about to use is my weakest one.
Judging by how much you're grimacing, I'd say you're using a majority of your strength.
That's merely a tactic to trick the enemy into letting their guard down, Gray Gray. A villain like you should take notes.
I told you that's not my name. And I'm not a villain either.
Let's go, hero! Join forces with me!
Very well, villain. Just this once.
You two are on the same side to begin with.
Electric power! Full charge!
Initiate overdrive!
Matisse cannon!
Matisse Buster!
Don't drop Matisse in there if I'm not involved. And for goodness sake, get on the same page with the attack name.
Incredible.
Absolutely beautiful.
Phew. Incredible, you say? You ain't seen nothing yet, Gray Gray. That was only a small fraction of my power.
Did you see that my heroic spirit was beautiful? So is yours, Cinderella.
I take it back.
Me too.
Commander, I could use my drill bit attack to shatter the waves as well. But I'm choosing not to.
You guys do realize there's another wave coming at us from behind, right?
Perfect. This is a great opportunity to show you what I can do. Commander, how could you not trust me when I trust you more than anyone? Got her.
How did you know? Ah! Damn!
Hey, the wave is gone.
Because we took out the person controlling them.
I've got to escape!
There's no more dark matter in this area. She's not going anywhere.
Freeze, heretic! Or I'll blow you to smithereens!
You can breathe, but that's all.
Is this a heretic? She looks like just a kid.
There are many questions I wish to ask you.
Don't hide anything, and answer honestly.
I'd hardly call this kind of situation a discussion.